Hello there, Mad Mike here, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to kind of dive into a general subject, and it's something that I wanted to bring up mainly just because of the spoilers that have come out for Avengers Endgame. Now, I will not be going over those spoilers in this video or any future video other than my review of Endgame when that comes out. So, but this is just a general thing about spoilers, just because this is such a big leak for a major Hollywood film, and it's more of my personal opinion on spoilers themselves and how they can affect a film. And the idea is, there's different sides to how spoilers work. There's the side of the audience, and there's also the sides of the people behind the film, the producers in the theaters. And the idea is that the whole thing about keeping a film under wraps is you want people to experience it in the theater, and you don't want them to be spoiled on what's going to happen in the film. And essentially that's the basic idea. And the reason why theaters like to do that, or well, theaters and movie production companies and everything, that why they like to do that is because if the movie has something in it that might drive away or people might not like, then you're going to lose viewership. And to release a full plot synopsis would essentially ruin the film for a lot of people. Now, me personally, I don't really feel that sentiment. I go to a film for the experience of watching the story. If I know how the story is going to end, uh, personally, that doesn't really affect the viewing experience for me because I like to see the story in full. So if somebody spoils an ending for me, I'll say, okay, I'll still watch it because I want to see how you get from point A to point B. That's my attitude towards it. But a lot of people are very, very different when it comes to that. Some people, if you tell them the ending to a movie they're about to go see, the experience is ruined for them and they won't go see it. They might buy it on Blu-ray later on or something like that, but they won't go see it and they won't have as great of an experience. Now that does depend on the film as well. It does greatly depend on the film. Spoiling the twist ending to a movie, for instance, like if somebody if it got leaked, the ending to The Sixth Sense before that film came out, then the I shouldn't say spoilers because the film came out in 1998, but you know Bruce Willis is really a ghost. If somebody came out and said that, then that movie is ruined for you because now you know the twist. Um, but for a movie like Avengers Endgame, I don't feel that it ruins the experience because you still want to see what happens. You want to see that on the big screen, and it's a 3-hour movie. Yes, the footage that was released does give spoilers, but it's a 3-hour film, and only 5 minutes of footage got released. So you have 2 hours and 55 minutes of film that you could still go and watch and have very little idea of what's going on. Again, it does spoil some things. It does spoil some major things about the last battle. But again, you don't see how they get there. And that should be more of the point for a movie like Avengers Endgame is it's the entirety of the film coming together that you want to watch. Now, again, we can go into some other examples. There are some things where the entire season of Game of Thrones, I think it was last season, got leaked like a week or two before the first episode was supposed to air. It got leaked on the internet. I think that had happened to the season before that as well. That's a bit of a different scenario where the entire season was leaked, so people could just watch it and they didn't have to wait week to week, and then spoilers were coming out about the entire season. That's more of a damage control thing. Again, this is 5 minutes of footage. This is different than a film getting leaked onto the internet. Only a few days after. I mean, stuff that I did with Captain Marvel. Stuff like that where you watch it on a mirror site. That's they're speaking. As long as you have an English version of it. But it's not great quality. But you're still watching the. It's not. Well, I shouldn't say great, but it's not. 4K HD quality, but it's still in English, and you still get to watch the film, and it's not something from a guy in a crowd sitting there with a handy cam taping the film. So it's different. But when you look at what spoilers are and how they affect an audience, they can affect an audience because they affect, and in the end they affect the studio's bottom line, and that's really what you need to watch out for when you have films like this. Is that, and that's why studios get so upset about it, is because of that bottom line, because they really want that movie to work, and they wanted to bring in as much money as possible. And if you saw the spoilers to event, again, it's more pertinent depending on what movie you're talking about. I don't think it's as pertinent with Endgame as it is with some other films. But if you saw the spoilers for Endgame and you said, okay, I think that ending sucks, I don't want to go see the movie now, then they just lost a paying customer, and that's the studio's attitude towards it. That's why they're so tight-lipped with the actors. That's why they're so tight-lipped with other stuff. That's why they do all this other insane crap behind the scenes. Like, you can read the script in like a sealed room, and you have to read it all in one sitting. And some of the people were getting fake scripts. They had 3 or 4 fake scripts. That were circulated around, included, but there was also the real one. So Anthony and Joe Russo operate this thing kind of like Nick Fury and Shield. It's kind of strange, but in the end, you know, people are losing their minds over this right now, just because there's so much information that they're trying to gather from it. Again, it's a 3-hour movie, and it's different with certain types of spoilers. There's a difference between uh, you know those type of spoilers and something like leaking an entire season of a show. You know, it like I said, from a studio standpoint, they're worried about their bottom line. They're worried about people coming to the movie. I don't necessarily know if they're as worried with that about Endgame, because they have sold a crap ton of tickets for the damn thing so far. But for other movies, you could be concerned about that when stuff gets leaked out and when films get leaked out. But it's becoming more and more of an issue these days, and people, if you are a person that hates spoilers, and you have a movie you really want to see, you have to be aware of it at that point. You have to be aware of it, and you have to be wary of it, because especially for bigger films, it happens. And you just have to kind of roll with the punches. But if you're somebody like me and you're more interested in the entirety of the narrative as opposed to just the end of the narrative or a part of it, then it really doesn't affect you. And that's kind of how I approach movies and I approach spoilers. Is I like spoilers. I don't hate them. I like to see them because I like to see what parts of the movie I'm going to be going to see, and like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Oh, that's what they were talking about. It doesn't bug me at all, and I know it bugs the living crap out of some people, but that's just my personal opinion on spoilers. But it's kind of spoilers are this double-edged sword that you have to kind of look at, where you know it can ruin a movie for you sometimes, but at the same time it can also make you want to go see a movie. If there's something that you like, it can make you want to go see that film. But you know that's just my opinion on the whole situation and my opinion on spoilers in general. And again, I just wanted to touch on this because of the leak for Avengers Endgame. But tell me your thoughts about spoilers. Do you care about them? Do you not care about them? Have you had a film ruined, or had a film, wanted to go see a film because of spoilers? Put it in the comments. Leave a like on the video. Hit the bell for notifications. Subscribe, and remember, I live my life free of compromise. Do you?